Hey now, and welcome to my next video. So I have had some requests in the past. Do you like, by the way, the dramatic music in the background? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a guy and a guitar. It's very nice. I've had some requests, people interested in my my spiritual journey, my ayahuasca, stuff having to do with reincarnation, enlightenment, because I'm going through a lot of crazy shit, and I shouldn't say the poop word when talking about enlightenment. I've been going through a lot of crazy stuff, and interestingly, a lot of it really did come from me getting into pickup. So I thought I would share some of that stuff with you guys. I think it could be helpful, could help you guys develop, because on a really deep level, when you truly connect with yourself and you connect to, you know, your higher self, you don't even have to go and pick up chicks. You won't have to. Kind of like the Matrix. That quote just came into my head. When you're really ready, you won't have to approach girls. They'll approach you. So truthfully, when you really achieve realization, you're so happy just being and doing and living your life. You know, I just don't have to go out there and get girls to be happy. But there's always girls around, and just based on me being who I am, girls are attracted to me, and they're always there if I want to meet them. Okay, but I don't need them to be happy. I'm just happy being me. I'm happy loving me. I'm happy doing what I do. I'm happy being just who I am to the fullest of my ability and working on being myself more. Okay, so I want to talk about that stuff a little bit, because I think, but it's a little bit profound. It's going to get a little bit deep. Some of you might get a little bit scared, and I'm okay with that. Some of you might unsubscribe to my channel, and I'm okay with that if it helps the people who stick around more. So let's talk. I think the number one thing that I want people to really realize is this. A guy just did a talk here in Sydney a few minutes ago, and a guy asked me, is pickup about you know, finding more girls, or is it about getting girls to, is it about meeting more girls, or is it about getting girls to like you? A good question, and the answer is neither. Okay, and I want to explain that. The reason I went out there and I spoke to millions of girls to conquer my fear, okay? Guys always want to know, how do I get past my fear of approaching girls? What do I do? You can do it my way, the old school way. Go out there for a couple years and just approach fucking girls all the fucking time. It'll work. It's a pain in the ass and it takes a lot of energy. But here's why it worked. And this should give you sort of an idea of your own path to where you want to be. I didn't realize it at the time, and I've only realized it honestly in the last few weeks, okay, as I'm realizing more stuff. There are only two polarities, there are only two energies out there in the universe, okay? There's love, and there's the opposite of love, which is fear. This is awkward. There's a man, I'm getting deep, and there's a man with an electric cable behind me as I'm talking about the nature of reality. Well, we'll just have to accept that as part of reality and keep going, at least temporarily. So the opposite of love is actually fear. You may need to analyze that for a while. Do that on your own time. It is. So I was terrified of approaching girls. I was terrified of rejection. I was terrified of girls judging me, other people judging me. I had all the fucked up beliefs you could possibly have when it came to women. I really did. Okay? And I was living in fear, and that fear was destroying me, because when you're living in fear, you cannot move towards love. It's impossible. They're opposites. Okay? So by me crushing that fear and going out there and approaching all those girls and doing it authentically, being honest, being direct, if you want to call it that, saying, hey, you're cute, or you're fun, or you're hot, or you got a nice ass, or hey, I love your energy, whatever it is, I was being authentic. I was real. And that's living out of love. I was literally, by doing that process of approaching all those girls, I was smashing my fucking fear to death, and I was moving away from fear that, oh, she must have a boyfriend, or she probably won't like me, or I can't get a girl that hot. I was moving away from all that fear bullshit, and I was moving into love. Hey, you're beautiful. I want to meet you. Sharing, connecting, having amazing conversations, having adventure. All those things are love. Okay, and all the things that stop you from approaching girls, they're all fucking fear-based, man. They're all fear-based, okay? So that was my path. That is what really massively pushed me in a direction that I'm heading now, is that I let go of the fear and I moved into love, all right? And it's like a happy cancer. It moves into everything, okay? If you start moving away from fear when it comes to approaching beautiful women, you'll start moving away from fear in every area of your life. Being afraid to go for what you want in other areas, going for the job that you want, or quitting your shitty job, or traveling somewhere that you've always wanted to travel to but have been too scared to for whatever reason, or talking to someone honestly about something that you know you need to talk to them about and you've been avoiding it because it's uncomfortable. All of those things start to manifest when you move away from fear and into love. It's that simple. Okay, so this has been a really big realization for me. Because I knew that this has been such a catalyst for my change, and on my courses and in my teachings and everything I teach guys, I'm always like, hey man, if you're not indifferent, I was talking about this a lot in my 7 Secrets seduction talk like a couple of days ago here. You know, if you don't have indifference, if you really can't just do whatever you want to and not give a fuck what people think, you will never get what you want out of life, okay? Because you're living in fear. It's impossible, okay? So I want you guys to think about this realization I've had, and this information and this knowledge, this truth. It really is a fundamental truth. If you're living in fear, you will continue to live in fear, and you will not manifest the reality you want. You can't, because you're living in fear. Okay, so drop that shit. Drop that shit. And as my friend Marcus says, a great thing to do is don't just do crazy things like one time, like jump out of a plane. That's like jumping into fear. Lean into fear. Do something a little bit scary every day. Every day, a little bit. Push yourself, push yourself, push yourself. Get away from fear, take chances, move into love. Okay, so my homework, which I've said a million times and I'll keep saying it because it's such a great thing to do for all my students, is talk to the first hot, beautiful girl you see every day, because that's the hard one. It's scary. Lean into your fear every day. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. It's that simple, okay? So that's really what I want to talk about today. Moving away from fear, getting into love. It's a beautiful thing. It'll change your life. And also it'll change the lives of others that you touch, whether it be girls who you actually touch, hello, little pun, boom shakalaka, or other people that you affect moving into love. So that's the message. And yes, I'm looking forward to your comments, and I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more of the crazy shit that I've been realizing in the last few months. I love you all. Peace, good procreation, good approaches, good love. See you guys next time. Ciao.